So today I'd like to welcome John Chiangi from Brand Services. John, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business and what you guys do?
Ron, we are in the life safety business up here in New England. We predominantly work in the healthcare industry where we do fire door inspections, fire damper inspections, above ceiling inspections, and state medical conditions, which is basically auditing a healthcare facility for life safety things, whether it be sprinkler heads, fire extinguishers. We're just surveying the entire facility for life safety compliance.
You've been pretty much one of our biggest brand ambassadors ever since you started using Punchzee, and you recommended us to a lot of people. And I kind of wanted to find out why that was and what you found interesting about Punchzee and why you actually switched to us, because I know you were using a very well-known competing program beforehand. Why don't you tell me about some of your frustrations with using that app and why you were looking for a change?
Our single biggest frustration was lack of flexibility. The other app was very canned, whether it got to be the tasks or the reports. There was basically one format. You had no options. You were able to go in and change the data fields, but that was kind of the extent of what your options were. And as we grew and took on other forms of inspections, the app just became more and more limiting. And we really needed something that we could customize for each type of inspection we were doing, where we needed very specific data for each type of inspection. And that was when we looked into Punchzee.
Did you do some other comparison shopping before you ran into Punchzee?
We did. We looked at a lot of the other big construction apps out there, and they weren't geared for what we wanted to do. And even with the bigger apps, they also tend to be very canned. They have a structure to them, and because they're so big, they don't want you changing things, or they don't give you the ability to change things, where we can do virtually anything we want with Punchzee, and we can do it on the fly.
Us construction guys sometimes get a bad rap when it comes to technology. We don't like change. We don't even know how to use a cell phone. You just mentioned. When we're talking about your team, a lot of the guys, maybe you do have some that are like that, but how fast were you able to get them up and running with Punchzee?
Again, I'd say no more than 15 minutes for the average technician. It's just a very intuitive app. And the way the tasks are structured, you start at the top and scroll your way to the bottom, check all the boxes or enter the data as you roll through it, and click the save button. And one of the great features that we have with Punchzee is the option to make individual fields mandatory. Where in the past, where we couldn't do that, we would be going to generate a report and realizing that the technician forgot to enter data, or they skipped over a field inadvertently. And we were sending them back to projects. Could have sent a guy 2 hours to take one picture. Well, now with Punchzee and the ability to make every individual field mandatory, they can't save and move on to the next step until every single field is filled out. And that in itself has been invaluable.
So what about reporting? Your back office guys, they have to learn it too. They have to do the reporting. They have to send information out to the customers. How does Punchzee help with your reporting? Is it more flexible? Is it, explain.
Oh yeah, we've been able to build customized reports for every single task we have. And once you've built that report, it's just a matter of importing the project into it and having it generate the PDF or Excel. But it's a very, very quick process. And one of the other things we have, which is a newer feature to Punchzee, is we actually give our customers access to the app. We've created like a view-only section for the customer. So they're able to live get into the app. They're able to watch the inspections happen real time. And we've set up so we auto-generate a report to the customer, and they get a notification through Punchzee app. So when my customer Joe at Mount Sinai comes in at 8 o'clock in the morning, there's a notification. He can download the report from the day prior to see what was done.
So let's talk some numbers. We know that you've saved a lot of time, a lot of frustration. You're working faster. What do you think your overall ROI has been using Punchzee?
I would have to say we're saving in the neighborhood of 20 to 30% now. on labor, between faster inspections, turning over the reports faster, less user errors. It's been a huge help to us.
So, when we first started out, we were just approaching the market, and we know every software has glitches. We try to avoid them as much as possible, but they always do. What has your experience been working with Punchzee with some of the problems that the software may have?
We've had a couple small bugs after updates, but working with your developer has been seamless. We're able to email him and generally have things fixed, if not immediately, within a few hours. I don't think we've ever had a significant bug that's really shut us down for any duration. So the response time from the development team has just been outstanding.
In the future, we have a lot of things coming out. We have some new BIM information being able to be imported and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We are always interested in hearing how we can improve the app, and we definitely look forward to your input in the future as well. So thank you for working with our dev team just to make this product work for your business.
Actually, the experience has been a pleasure. It really has been. Everybody's been outstanding to work with. They're a great team.
Excellent to hear. John, I want to thank you very, very much for your time today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you'll continue to be our biggest brand ambassador.
Absolutely, Ron. Thank you.
You're welcome.